Hey everybody, and welcome to another Vertical Insights Live. Today in English because we're preparing for the next Pharma Summit in Vienna, and all the everybody who's coming is talking English. So let's keep it today in English. What I'm going to talk about today is how we can determine the correct message for relevant HCP with AI. Therefore, I have a few slides for you, and I'm just let's get it going. So, what can we do with AI if we want to send an individual message to an HCP based on content, based on what he is talking about, and very important, based on open data. We don't need any data of you as a pharmaceutical company. We only use in first place data out there in the open data space, because HCPs are talking in relevant sources, are mentioned in relevant sources, and this you can leverage with AI, with a vertical search, and then you can personalize the correct message for your relevant HCPs, for your relevant customers. The first step we have to do is we need to identify the relevant sources for your HCPs. And this we need to do in a vertical way, meaning in a defined topic area and defined disease area and a defined indication area. This is very important because otherwise it's going to be very generic, the approach. So we need a vertical search, vertical AI, which identifies on an HCP level the content where the HCPs are talking in a relevant manner. So this slide shows you a topic area for the example of PDL1. There it was, we did a targeting, HCP targeting, outpatient HCP targeting, and we identified HCP. So this is for the German sector, for the German market, as an example market, and we identified more than 14,000 HCPs who are talking in 12,000 sources about this topic. Of course, they are not all relevant, and they are sometimes, of course, talking in a generic way, but this is the completely market extraction, what there is out there. And then you can, the next step is to extract the information or the message we can deliver through this content. But first of all, you have to identify the indication, and then you have to identify, or the topic area. Then you have to identify how many HCPs, which sources. Then you have to make a relevance rating based on AI to identify really the top HCPs, and then you should take a look on. You need to know in which or which topics are important for the HCPs. So what are they talking about? And you see here the difference between source segments. This is very important because what you see on this slide is you have two source segments. One is science and one is public, without the science sources. And what you see is that in the science sector, there are many big complex of topics. For example, PDL1 expressions, next generation sequencing, checkpoint blockades, all those topics they have much space in this source segments of science. The reason is, in the field of science, there is much broader range of topics and a wide variety of focuses, as the individual subject areas are dealt with much more intensively. The other way around, in the public sector, it's the other way around. So in the public sector, it's more about the main topic of, well, PDL1, of course, And this is very important to know, because then you can adjust your message towards towards your HCPs, and make a much more detailed segmentation towards your messaging, because it is something completely different when you're talking about an PDL1 expressions or next generation sequencing. They have something to do with each other, but there is a reason why some HCPs are talking more about this topic or about another topic. It's all in this area of PDL1, but there is a different about the subtopics, right? So, and in the public sector, it's something completely different. There you have more the PDL1 as a main topic, and then below of this little small topics, and so you can define your topics in this in the approach to your HCPs. So how can you use it? So how can you use it to be very precise, very direct, very detailed in your HCP approach, in your HCP message, to be very well personalized in your outreach. This is an example of Dr. Med Karl Matthias Deppermann. He is talking in the area of PDL1 and NSCLC about this topic in four sources. And this is the first result, or the first step. So we identified that Dr. Med Karl Matthias Deppermann is talking about this topic area in four sources. And then this is very valuable for you to reach out, so knowing what he's talking about, but then to have the perfect outreach to him. And this is the next step. Therefore, you have to define what is the outreach, or what you want to engage with Mr. Deppermann, because there are several approaches. So you can make an omni-channel approach. So this is an example of an email. You can have a field force visit preparation, which is great. You can have an MSL summarization from a scientific point of view. So you have to define what is your step, what is your next step for engaging with Mr. Deppermann. Is it through a medical dialogue center? Is it really a face-to-face meeting? Is it an invitation to a symposia? So all those things can be defined, and then you give this to an AI, to a vertical AI, to the vertical search health, and then the vertical search health summarizes those sources, the information we find in the open data space about Mr. Deppermann, and gives you the perfect approach based on what he is talking about or where he is mentioned, to engage with Mr. Deppermann. And here you see two examples. I won't read it all out, but the mail is of course something completely different than the field force visit preparation, and what he's talking about. So this is the way you can leverage your approach, how you can unlock HCP insights with AI. And yeah, this I'm now at the end of another format of Vertical Insights Live. I'm very happy that you joined the format, and summarizing your approach to personalize your HCP outreach, or your personal your outreach with HCPs based on AI, is you have to identify the sources. It has to be indication or topic based, so you have to predefine your topic. Then you should analyze the sources. What are the topic areas my HCPs are talking? There you can define personas. So is it more like the scientific guys, or is it more like the public people who are public HCPs who are talking in several sources, knowing the topics where the HCPs are talking about, and then extract the sources, know which HCP and which sources are talking about. Then define the use case. So define, is it a field force preparation? Is it an email outreach? Is it MSL preparation? Is it something for a broader invitation for a symposia? Or is it just generating insights for your CRM? Everything is possible from well, the perspective of an AI. And then you have for each of your relevant HCPs a personalized outreach, and can use it in several ways. And then you have leveraged the open data for your HCPs. Of course, you can add your own data to be more personalized or have more insights for the HCPs. Thank you very much for joining and listening. Until the next time, you're Nico.